Well, good morning to you. Good morning. Wednesday, 17th of April 2024. Little bit chilly this morning. Not a lot chilly, but a little bit. And it rained in the night, which I view as good because it means I haven't got to water anything this morning. Yeah, not so bright, is it? Still, lots to do. Lots to do, we talk to our tomatoes. Now, dear old Mark in Southend, his tomatoes, which he's growing indoors-ish, they are well advanced. However, here we can still have frosts as late as May, so we tend to not be too rushed at starting our tomatoes. Once we get past May, they will accelerate up the sticks and they'll be fruiting, and it will be marvellous, honest. And hopefully the haricot will also be rushing away. Very low take-up rate with these. There's a row that just don't seem to have germinated. Oh well, not a big issue. What I have been doing this morning, and if any of you have got any thoughts about this, I've been reading about the uses of stinging nettles. Now, as you all know, I'm a tea drinker, and it occurred to me that importing tea from wherever it comes from is actually not a good thing to be doing. Presumably there are ladies and small children plucking the best tips off the tea bushes, and they get dried and cut and packaged and all that sort of thing, and they get put on boats and sent through the Gulf of Hormuz, where people are firing missiles at them and other people are firing missiles at the missile. It's all a mess, isn't it? So wouldn't it be better if you've got stinging nettles, which I have got, wouldn't it be better somehow to make tea out of that rather than shipping tea all the way around the world? Yes, not sure about that yet. What I did find, as soon as I started searching for recipes for nettle tea and how you prepare the plants and things like that, what I found was, rather than free advice on what to do with nettles growing in your garden, was everybody wants to sell me small packets of dried and prepared nettles. Funny that, isn't it? People never want to give you anything, they always want to sell it to you. I shan't be buying any stinging nettles. There was another article saying how you can buy packets of stinging nettle seeds and you can plant them and grow them yourself. What a bizarre world. Why would anybody buy stinging nettle seeds when they seem to do rather well without any human assistance, don't they? Strange world. Right, I need to get some of the weeds out from between the onions. And I need to speak kindly to the strawberry plants because, well, they're flowering, and yes, I will want to eat their babies, won't I? Yes. Strong temptation to dig one of these up to see if it's rooted yet, but I'm going to resist that temptation. We'll just leave them. Just leave them to do what they want to do and dig them up later. Well, gentlemen, it's time for me to cook my lunch. Right, okay. First things first with cooking lunch. Gentlemen, go to your workshops, where you service your motorbikes. Have a look round, because I know in your workshop where you service your motorbikes, you've got one of these. Now, take the motorbike chain out of it and try and get all of the chain grease out, because chain grease is, well, it's got a horrible taste. But you need one of those. Go next door, find where the kids play war, because one of the kids next door will be wearing this as a helmet, won't they? I don't know what it's called, but one of those, it's a kid's helmet. You need a pair of those, toenail scissors, and you need stinging nettles. So what we're going to do, having taken the precaution of removing the snouts first, I don't know why I removed the snouts, because they taste all right. We are going to cut leaves from the stems. We don't need the stems. You can use them for other things, presumably for beating the children next door to get the helmet from them. Look at that. Wonderful. Now you'll notice that I'm not wearing gloves. Well, wearing gloves is recommended, but I'm a roughy tufty. I can take the pain just for the sake of teaching you lot how to cook. Now, when you think you've got enough, is that enough? I don't know. When you think you've got enough, what we're going to do is wash these. Bizarre idea really, isn't it, washing things? And then what we're going to do, we're going to get some olive oil. Not Castrol, we're not going to use Castrol oil, we're going to use olive oil for cooking. Is that enough? I think that's probably enough for what I want. And we're going to chuck some olive oil in the frying pan thing. And I'll show you that in a minute. What I forgot to mention is, while you're next door pinching that from the children next door, go in their kitchen, because I know you haven't got any of this in your kitchen. Yeah, it's a mill of black pepper. Okay, yeah, we want one of those, and we want some salt. Yes, sel de mer fin. Nothing but the best when I break in next door and pinch what they've got in their kitchen. We're going to be using wheel of olive with an extra virgin. Okay, we're going to splash some of that in there, not too much. Now the next trick, yeah, I suppose the next trick really is to give the nettles a wash. I forgot about that. Right, neatly washed nettles. And, oh, we need some ignition. Use your igniter of choice. Oh, without blowing yourself up. This is exciting, isn't it? Then what we're going to do, we're going to pop stinging nettles in there, like so, or leaves of stinging nettles. And because I used to watch Fanny Craddock as a child, we're going to pepperify them. Oh, you can smell that, can't you? Can you smell that? And we'll chuck some salt on it as well, because that's what the recipe said. And then we're going to sort of push it around the frying pan for a while. Sounds good, doesn't it? Does that look really scrummy? Go on, you can tell the truth. Now I was going to swing the camera around and film me eating that scrummy stuff, but it's going to take quite a while for what's going with it to cook, and yeah, I'll tell you in my next video whether it was scrummy or not. That's assuming it doesn't kill me.